Hello everyone. Welcome to this last webinar of the year. Hello Paco.
Hello Jessica.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
Good.
Great.
Same as usual, we're going to wait a little bit for people to take some time to connect. I see that as of now we only have 45 people in the room. So let's wait a little bit, and same as usual, can you guys let us know, like in the chatter, where you're from? I see some people speaking like in Spanish from Mexico. Okay, welcome. I don't know what it is over there, but there may be a huge difference. Let's wait a little bit and maybe give a little bit of context here. This is the last webinar of the year. We've been doing a series of 3 webinars, so we will do a quick recap as well, so that you guys, if you didn't follow the previous webinar, you will not be lost. And Paco will introduce as well some key information about the training pack that we have at Odoo with our amazing designers.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, let's wait a tiny bit. Hi from Vietnam. Hi from Malaysia. Where are you from, Paco?
Oh, I'm from Hong Kong.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's great to be here today. Yeah, so I see there's a lot of new joiners today from different countries.
Yeah, actually, yes.
Yeah.
From Adelaide, Australia.
Nice.
Portugal. Welcome. Okay. Let's start maybe, because we have quite a lot to uncover. So like we said, welcome to this new webinar, last webinar of the year. I hope you liked the 2 previous webinar. This one is also amazing, and those are the topics. First little introduction about who we are. So like we said, I am Jessica. I am the APAC web design expert. I've been doing the previous webinar, and today I have the pleasure to co-host this webinar with Paco.
Yeah, so I'm Paco. So I'm actually part of the CSTD team, and I'm the account manager within that department. And as well as I'm the website design sales expert. So I'm very happy to be here today, and it's actually my first time doing this kind of webinar, and it's very fortunate to be able to cooperate with Jessica.
Yeah, and also we've been working with Paco quite closely for years already, and our mission is to really help you guys qualify like your website project. So during those series of webinar, you've been in touch with Ananda, which is same as Paco and the sales side, but also you've seen Elena, who is one of our most experienced designer at Odoo Hong Kong. So you've seen a little bit of the squad that we can provide you guys to handle like the website and design project. So that's the agenda of today. So like I said, we will start with a little bit of recap of what we discussed in the previous webinar. Also the last step of the design process, which is about maintaining the website. We will explain you what it is and why it is very important. Then we'll discuss something very important as well, is about the service pack offer. We want to explain what's the difference in between design pack, but also training pack. And cherry on the cake, I would like to share with you some new features for the website in version 17. If you didn't have time to watch the presentation we did for the UX Pay 10 days ago, if you don't know, the version 17 has been launched 10 days ago, so I really encourage you to look at it. We have a lot of new interesting features for the website. At first, let's start with the recap. So what we said when we start the design process, first is we would like to know you, would like to know the landscape of your company when it comes to your positioning, when it comes to your competitor. You come to us probably with an already made website or with no website, but we want to know what added value we can bring to you. So we want to know about your needs. We want to know also about your objectives. Remember that a website can have different objectives. It can be like to get more appointment. It can be educational. You can promote like online courses. You can promote product and services as in e-commerce. So we want to know that to be able to establish the best strategy when it comes to building your website. Everything goes into a kickoff meeting, okay? So during this kickoff meeting, like we said, we really have you on board first with our methodology, but also with a lot of questions to really help us understand what is your project and to be able to provide you with the direction. Then, once we have all the information, we jump into the first step, which is the sitemap, okay? So sitemap is basically the backbone of your website, okay? It doesn't have to be fancy with, some tools. We can just draw a sitemap with paper and pen, okay? It's just a visual backbone of your website. We need to know as well the different probably categories. We need to be able to identify the navigation to make sure that actually navigation is optimized, user experience will be perfect, and then we'll make sure we'll help you reach your goal, okay? Same as every step of this design process, we involve you. We do not create the website in our small laboratory, okay? We do involve you at every moment because we need confirmation. It's a co-creation process. We need your opinion, just that. So once the sitemap is done, then we jump into the other phase, which is the wireframing, okay? So wireframing, it's a very important phase that comes right after the sitemap, and that helps to actually start designing a little bit of the website structure without integrating any content. So none of your image, none of your video, none of your text will be integrated into the website already when it comes to the wireframing. It's just about sketching the structure and translating the sitemap into some UI element and component. And then remember the Susan fashion website that we showed you and design. I think that was very exciting to see in the previous webinar how we can translate actually the wireframe we created into Odoo website builders, and that's where the magic happened because we have the structure, we have the backbone. Now it's time to replicate everything in Odoo. Remember how we started? To give you a little bit of insight, we started with the header and then the footer. In the footer we integrate the sitemap, and then we drag and drop the different blocks that we have on the wireframe using the website builder of Odoo, and then we integrate the content, which are the pictures. Remember for Susan fashion we had also like the different collection, the different categories of product, which can be like shoes, dresses, and everything. If you guys don't remember and if you would like to access again this website, we can again share it. It's a quite nice website for clothing store, so that we can provide. Something we discussed as well last time, and it's very important, it's about the responsiveness. I can assume that Paco and I, we spend a lot of time on our phone, maybe commuting to go to work or go somewhere, and if we are on our phone, sometimes we are very tempted to just look at websites. So this is critical. It is critical that your website render the same way on computer than on mobile. Okay, that's very important. This is called the responsiveness. I showed you last time how you can actually have these tweaks in between the computer version and the mobile version, playing with visibility, with the responsive option we have in the builder. All right, so this being said, so now you have the whole context of what we discussed previously. The last step is like, what do you do when we launch the website, we give it to you? What do? You need to maintain it, because we know that a website is something that is going to be scaled at some point, that it's something you're gonna upgrade, or also that is something you are going to update. Why not having a new category page? Why not having a blog? Why not including, you know, any other page, or changing the picture? This is about maintaining the website to make sure this website in 3 years time will not look like it was created in the 90s. Okay, so when it comes to maintaining the website, we probably train you on 3 main things. The first one is, again, main design and layout. Okay, we teach you some concept about having, you know, a consistent branding when it comes to font, colors. We help you identify where in the website builders you can access those options and why this is very important. Then again, navigation and UI, we just recap to you, like if you want to create a new page, if it's a category page, should you have it in the menu? Should you have it as well, like in the sitemap? This is something we will teach you with our designer. They share their expertise. And then again, the responsiveness. Content management is the second block. What about, you know, editing new page as well? We are sure that every time we deliver a website, 2 weeks or 2 days after that, there is already some changes. So we want to make sure that if you want to do changes, it is okay. It is okay. We have nothing to say, but we just want to teach you the best practice so that you are sure and you are in charge of modifying your website. And then the second block is about the performance. Okay, like I said, the website is first a business asset, so you invest some money in it, and it's something that is going to live and to last long. So you want to know the performance. Okay, so first we'll help you with a little bit of SEO. You know that in Odoo we have a SEO block, SEO tool where you can have some indication about like some keywords and also the recurrence of your keywords, where to put, you know, some meta in like on the image and everything. And the second thing is about the analytics. Okay, when it comes to the analytics, with Odoo you can have 2 options. So first, Google Analytics, you can synchronize it with that, and you have plausible as well. Okay, but make sure that the performance of your website is something you have in mind, because it is essential at this stage. All right, so now that I've talked a lot, what's new for the service pack, Paco? What can you tell?
Great. So thank you for your part, Jessica. So now more towards the commercial part. So as mentioned, this is the 2 different service packs which Odoo now offers. So the first one is Design Pack and the Training Pack, which is a new pack that has recently been launched. I'll later on showcase more details as to what kind of training pack we can now offer. So as a refresh for the Design Pack, it's basically, let's say if you guys want us to help you guys set up the entire website, starting from the sitemap to the wireframe and eventually for the entire website, and then that's the pack you can opt for. But of course, depending on the requirements, it could range from maybe 25 hours up to 200 hours, depending on the actual requirements needed. And as for the training pack, this is a 25 hours pack, and this is mainly just for front end only. Okay, so if you need help on the back end setup, then feel free to go back to your account manager, or you can contact your functional consultant in terms of the actual functional setups that's needed for other applications or etc. Okay, so about the training pack. For the training pack, as mentioned, this is a 25 hours pack, and it can be divided into 3 different components. So the first component, if you're looking for a design package, whereas you want a coach to help you on providing more on the UI UX conceptual, then this is a pack that you guys can definitely opt for. And the second component is, we expect the training to be around 1 hour per week, and would be maybe around like 2 meetings per week, so that a designer can better equip you guys on designing the entire website or the e-commerce part or whatever aspect that you guys need help on the Odoo website application. Lastly, support. Okay, so no matter during the actual website, if you need during the implementation or after the website has been launched, our designer would definitely be here to help you guys have like a Q&A section or whatever advice that you guys might need as a whole. Okay. Next, so what's actually available for the training pack? So for the training pack can be divided into two different categories. The first category will be the functional part, and the second part will be more on the front end training. For the functional training, so let's say if you need help on learning more about the SEO tools, on how to use it on Odoo website application, or if you want to set up like a blog or even like a appointment application within the Odoo website, then we can have trainings regarding to that aspect. As for the front end part, let's say if you need help on the stylish, or if you want to implement some kind of animations into your website so that it's more attractive to your clients, then it's a pack which our coach can definitely help you guys out on that. And so maybe let's ask Jessica, in terms of the stylish training, could you maybe give us additional input as to what kind of animation could be done, or what can be improved in terms of the front end part?
Yeah. So basically, I like what you said when you said like it's a coach. So it's a design coach that can equip you with the expertise of like doing your website. So it means we don't do the website ourselves, we equip you with the right knowledge, the best practice and everything. And like Paco said, it's about like functional, so every sort of dynamic page, that's what we call them, like the blog, the event and everything. This is more back-end setup, but how to animate them on the front end. So that's one thing. And also about the styling. Of course, Odoo website builder, if you tried it, comes with a lot of options. Okay,
right.
Not all of the option will render good on your website because you want to try it too much, or you want to have too much animation, or maybe it's not consistent. So that's where the design expertise and the design training come into place. And what is interesting, and I think that's the best thing about the training pack, it's only 25 hours, but it's a la carte, okay? So during the kickoff meeting, we discover with you what you need, okay? Let's say scenarios is that you have a website, but you need to do a facelift. Let's call it like that. You need to do a facelift. Then it's 25 hours to decide, okay, I need some training about block. I need some training about animation. I need some training about color palette and fonts, how to have consistency. And then probably in the end, I would like to start a blog. So I need some training on this. So we just do like that. It's an a la carte. We co-create your training program together to make sure that we actually tailor-made to your needs, like it's written. And also something that Paco said, and that is very important, we know that not everyone has the need to do a website in 2 weeks. We know that, okay? You guys are probably business owners, you have other things to do, okay? So that's why this training pack really fits into a different agenda, okay? We take some time to do it with you. If we have to start like quickly doing 2 meetings per week, but then after like a month you need some time to process, you need some time to apply the concept that we teach you, then we give you some time. That's what we call the support, because we can have like a longer agenda. It can be a smooth training for just you to access the expertise that you need when it comes to the training. But then who is it suitable for?
Thank you, Jessica. So who's actually suitable for the training pack? In a nutshell, I think anyone is actually suitable for that, as long as, let's say, you have a clear goal as to what you want to do. Okay, so what that means is, let's say if you already have a website on a different platform and you want to transfer it to Odoo, or if you don't have a website yet and you want to start from scratch, okay, then definitely this training pack is a pack that you guys can opt for. Or let's say if you don't have a lot of budget and it's very tight, and instead of maybe having us to help you guys set up the entire website, then again, this is another reason why you will want to offer the pack. Thirdly, as long as you're really dedicated into using Odoo, okay? Let's say if you're already using applications in Odoo and you want to integrate it with the e-commerce or the website solutions, so that as a whole, it can have a entire flow as to building the Odoo as a whole, okay? So yeah, in a nutshell, basically, if you need help and wants the training pack, then you're definitely, we will definitely help you guys out on the training pack. Next up, so which pack should you actually go for, and how many hours would you need for the project? There are different steps into finding the answer for that. Okay, first step, contact your account manager. Okay, so I might be the one that you might need to contact already, but anyhow, let's say if the account manager have been contacted you and you have your discussion via email or during a call, then he or she will collect your requirements based on what you actually want to achieve. For example, maybe you want to achieve a website that's relatively simple, or if you want to achieve like an e-commerce website, or maybe a website that is very informative. Okay, so based on these different requirements, our account manager will then have a discussion with the internal design team to determine how many hours are needed. So let's say also because of the how many pages, or if there's some kind of website references that you guys want to follow. Okay, so based on these elements, we'll then provide you a quotation in terms of maybe like 50 hours are needed, or in fact 200 hours are needed. And in the end, if you think maybe the due to budget concern, you guys want to set up the website by yourself, then you can go for the training pack as well. Okay, so Odoo, we're very flexible based on your requirements that you guys want. We will be definitely here to help you guys out. Okay, so next, I guess I'll pass it back to Jessica, who she's going to be introducing the new features of version 17.
Yeah. Maybe you guys can let me know in the chat as well who watched already like some talks about new features during New XP. That would be very interesting for us to know if you already know. But this is the cherry on the cake. So first one, as you can see, so in the website builder we already have some new option. So the first one is that we can actually customize a little bit the rendering of the text, and this is, I don't know if you saw it as well, like the new Odoo.com website has a totally different look, which it looks very different, and it's more consistent with also the new look of all the database that we have in SaaS and we host online. So here, for example, as you can see, I am on the website. It's a totally different database. It's not Susan Fashion anymore, so don't worry if the branding is not consistent. So what I just did here is just I clicked on edit, because I would like to edit and I would like to create a little bit of highlight to make sure that some keywords in my text are really standing out. So I just select like that. Oh, maybe it's better for me if I have this. You have this highlight button, okay, and here you can really select the sort of highlight you would like to have. Okay, in Odoo we really use this one, for example, up the scribble. Of course we don't see it here because if I don't change the color. Okay, so that's something you could do. It may seem a little bit small or fancy, but it really catch the attention of your visitors when you would like to really highlight something. That's why it's called the highlight. Okay, so that's the first thing. What else do I have what I want to show you, what I want to share with you? The new page layout reference. This is just amazing. Okay, you guys will gain, this is not here, a lot of time if you want to create a new page in your website. Okay, so you just click on new, not edit, don't do what I did at the beginning, just new, and then page. Okay, and here we already have a setup of different templates made by categories that you can select. So like we said, we've been saying to you, you don't have to be an experienced designer, okay? Design is a real expertise, but we equip you once again with the right tool to just be in charge of creating your website, okay? So let's say I want a page to introduce my team. Okay, let's use this template, for example. Okay, just create this, add to menu and everything, okay? And then I can modify my page, okay? So that was for the new page layout reference. Then something very interesting, if you guys are posting a lot, like on social media, if you have a huge presence on social media, you would like probably to sync your Instagram page, okay? So what if it was possible to have this Instagram like building blocks in Odoo? Then we have a block for that, okay? It's a new block up called Instagram page. One small thing to note here, your Instagram account must be public, otherwise we'll not be able to synchronize it. So just keep that in mind. For sure, this is very trendy and this will give you a more friendly vibe, because if you post a lot like we do at Odoo,
nice.
if you post a lot on social media, this is nice content anyway. This is like, you know, short videos, picture, it makes your brand more accessible, more friendly, okay? What else do I have to show you? Oh, this one, I think this is my favorite from the version 17, the AI generate content, okay? I think now everyone is pretty much familiar with the AI, okay? So what can we do with that? So with Odoo, you have two things. First, you have the chat, I think they call it the chat GPT?
Yes, ChatGPT.
Yeah,
correct.
ChatGPT integration, okay? So for example, I want to introduce my team. So I'm going to write something like, can you help me create a small intro to introduce my team, and maybe let's say core business is fashion industry. Press enter, and then I will have the summary of what can I have. Okay, so this is pretty good. Okay, so I have this. I can just click on insert. Okay,
Wow.
This is a little bit too big. I still need to have, you know, some touch-ups to do. So for example, here I'm gonna do
bit too
this
big.
one, yeah, too big. This is text. Also something that is very important probably for SEO, just for content management, don't do what I did and don't put a lot of text here. What can we do to avoid as well to have this sort of big text? Because you know that AI, if you ask a question, can render in a big text. Then we can just optimize it. So I have another option here, and I would like to shorten. And this tool will generate to me a short alternative. And then I click here, insert. Wow, just wow. And this chat GPT thing, you can use it on the website, but cherry on the cake, you can use it in email marketing. So if you don't want to waste time doing or writing some content for blogs, email marketing and everything, this is the tool what you need. Okay, can save it. And hopla, last but not least, appointment. Just to let you know, the R&D this year has been focusing a lot on the appointment system, and now we get to the point where you can book an appointment and make a payment, okay? This is very good, and you see here in the screenshot, online cooking lesson, okay? You just book a slot, so first you select the time, and then you know how much you're gonna pay and how long will last the session. So let's see that in the website as well. Okay, so for example, I have appointment here. Okay, I don't have anything in my appointment, so I can just click on new, and I have my appointment form here. Okay, the option to enable the payment is under here. Something I would like to mention as well that is very important. If you don't in Odoo website installed by default the payment, options like the payment methods or payment providers, you will not have access to that option. So just make sure that before wanting to create a paid appointment, you enable the payment option, okay? And then if I click here, then the booking fees and can configure everything, okay? So things that changed as well is how are we going to do that, okay? Can I first book some resource? Okay, remember I am doing a fashion website, so maybe I want people to have access to fashion designers. Okay, so those are my resources. Let's take a different case. Tennis courts can be as well, music lesson, whatever that you call the resource. Okay, we can manage the capacity. Okay, let's say 2 person per designer, and then this is also very important. Okay, that's the assignation method, and then you have 3 choices. Okay, so first maybe we pick either the user and the resource. In that case, we just selected the resource, and then the time. It means that, for example, I first select the fashion designer number 1 because it's a senior one, let's say, and then I say I wanna go on Saturday, okay? Or I can do the opposite, okay? I can first pick the time and say I want to go on Saturday, and then I see that Saturday I have fashion designer 1, fashion designer 2. Okay, so that's the thing we have up. What about the booking fee? 50. That's all right. Okay, save and save. And appointment title, fashion session. Okay, so upla, number of people, number 1, up, can select, remember the time, and then the resource. Okay, and then I can confirm, and then I can input my details, make the payment, and this is booked. I just think this is amazing. It is pretty well also integrated with the POS.
Nice.
This is not a topic today, but you guys would enjoy it. It covers quite a lot of use case, and it's honestly one of the best features with as well chatbot, the ChatGPT we just mentioned. Voila, that's it. So I think we, like Paco said, we equipped you with quite a lot during those 3 sessions. That was just a pleasure to do those webinars. Let us know as well if you guys appreciate the webinars. What are your feedback? We'd like to know, because next year we'll have as well a huge roadmap. We'll come with a lot more webinar, and as well now we can do the Q&A session. So I'm just gonna read the questions. The first one: can the appointment use an event booking? Example: I am an event organizer, will offer a lot of events. Can use the appointment for my member to sign up and make the payment. In theory, yes, you can do that, but then you have to, I think, rethink the business flow when it comes to it, because there is no link as such in between the event app and the appointment. Something that is sure is that in Odoo we don't yet handle the recurring event as such. So I think that will give to you some food for thought, but you really need to make sure if you want to use appointment as a tweak for event, you really need to make sure what you are trying to achieve. AI generating content is ready for a community version. That's something I have no idea. That's something we can verify and give to you the information. Need to double check, but yeah, sorry about that. I have no idea about this. Let's see if you guys have more question as well. No. So if you don't have any more question, what I would suggest to you as well is to really go and look at the presentation we did. We did with the OXP 10 days ago. There is a lot of content made by the experts, the product owners as well. Something we did not mention, but that is really coming into place, and that's probably one of the wow effect of this new version. Is the industry. Okay, so now we are able to install data modules per industry, which is very good. We have one last question. What better strategy for creating a website on a different server, other IP than the backend server, where we have confident information and we don't expose the IP? That's a more technical question. Like we can't, I don't think we can answer that. It requests a little bit more analysis than just right now. But again, we are very open. If you would like to reach out to us, okay, we will give you our information so that you can reach out to us. And I think like the event, the recurring event and the IP address is coming from the same person, so we'll be very happy to help you. So just give us a little bit more context about what you are looking for. We are expert and we are happy to help. That's the purpose of the webinar. Okay. Okay. And is there any tracking function available once inquiry is submitted? First, we need to know where the inquiry is submitted. If it's a contact form, if it's a contact form from a website for your website, then yes, of course, it's all integrated. We can have a follow-up. If it is in a case that you want to inquire to us about potential project, then of course same will have a follow-up with you. Voila. I think now is the time. Again, you have our contact address. Like we said, let us help you. If you have like more specific use case, we'll be happy to do it. We just would like to thank you, and also thank you, Paco, for assisting me. And yeah, talk to you very soon, guys. See you next year.
See you next year.
Bye bye.